Hi everybody and welcome to this class on Verbally. This is Teacher Amy, and this evening we're going to be having a discussion class that's a speaking class for intermediate to advanced speakers, and our topic today is arranged marriage. So we're going to start off by watching a short video on a successful arranged marriage, and then we're going to be discussing our opinions on this topic. What do we think of it? Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Does it depend? So, I think there's some free slots available. If you want to come on into this class, then you're very welcome. Come and practice your speaking and let us know what you think about arranged marriage. Before we get started, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some useful pages which might help you with your verbaling experience a little bit more. The first one is that my Facebook page is available for you to go and check out. The link is there in the Verbaling chat box, and you can go on Facebook to do what you normally do on Facebook, but with the theme of Verbaling or English learning. So you can write messages, you can see what I post, sometimes relevant material, questions that come up during class, and I got feedback from classes and stuff like that, so it's quite cool to keep in touch that way. You can also send me a private message if you want to ask something in particular. The other useful page for you is my Verbaling teacher page, and this one is a little bit more handy because it tells you a lot more information about my schedule in particular. So the first thing that you can see is which classes are coming up and when they are, and also what they're about. So if anything in particular interests you, you can book a slot in advance, which is quite nice. Also, if you click on the blue follow button, then you'll be notified automatically when my classes come up or become available, so you don't have to keep checking back with lots of different teachers to see what's going on, and that's also handy. The other thing that you'll see is my tutoring schedule. That's my calendar when I'm available for private tutoring. So private tutoring is another option that Verbaling offers. Instead of classes, where we have more than one student and we have to sort of share the time between the number of students who come to the class, private tutoring is one-on-one. So if you have a specific goal for your English, you have a question, something you're struggling with, if you're about to take an IELTS test or any other of the English exams and you want to study up and have that time just for you, then one-on-one tutoring can be a really good way of doing that. You can combine the two and have tutoring as well as classes. So you can check out my schedule for tutoring. If there aren't any slots that look like they suit your timetable, then do let me know, because I can somehow usually adjust a little bit or fit something in if necessary. You can also send me a message. So if you want to find out a little bit more, ask me about myself or whatever, or ask me something before you want to book a session, then go ahead, send me a message, and we'll get in touch that way. So those are the three kind of most important things that you can do through the Verbaling teacher page. That's about it. So let me remind you what we're going to be doing today. Our topic today is arranged marriage. So that's when, instead of falling in love with somebody and marrying them, your marriage is arranged, normally by your parents, I guess, and this takes place still in some cultures. What do we think of it? Is it a good idea? Would you like to be involved in an arranged marriage or not? Alright, so we're waiting for our students to get here, and I'm just going to talk you through what we'll be doing. We'll be watching a short video about two people who have a successful arranged marriage. So they met through their parents and they got married, and then they sort of fell in love afterwards, which is, I guess, not how it happens usually in my native country, but maybe this is how it happens in yours. And then we're going to be discussing some questions such as, what do you think would be difficult about having an arranged marriage, dealing with it? Or what do you think would be good about it? Obviously, the two people who we're going to watch in the video have things to say, so it's going to be a little bit of listening practice too, and then a good discussion, which is always good to practice our speaking. However, we hope that some students come along, and I'm beginning to wonder if you guys can access this class, because I did have classes earlier with a couple of technical issues. So I'm hoping that you guys can come into the class. If you're viewing this and you would like to join in, then please do come along and we can practice your speaking together. If you are viewing this class, just while we're waiting for our students, what I will do is give you the link to the video so that you can go ahead and watch that. And that's something that we're going to be talking about later on. So let me just do a screen share for you and give you the link. Just a moment. Let's see what we've got here. And we'll see if we have any students for this evening. Maybe there's a class that's running over. It's kind of unusual not to have anybody at this point. So we will see. I'll do a screen share. Go ahead and watch the video if you like. This is the link here. I'm also going to paste it into the chat box. And we'll wait a few more minutes and see who comes along to class. All right. Hello, Carmen. Welcome to the class. Can you hear me okay?
Okay, good morning, Amy.
Good morning. How are you?
You got a running nose like me, I think.
I have. I just have got this kind of sneezing issue. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just come on in the last few hours.
Yeah, it's the same with me. I've been here with a cold for the whole week. I'm a little bit better right now, but it's just completely horrible. Can get rid of it.
It is. Oh, I need to take some vitamin C, I think.
I don't know.
It's that time of year when the weather is changing and my body's going, ah!
Yeah, absolutely. Because we have such a smashing weekend last week, and it was very hot. And then suddenly the temperature has dropped a little degree. So now it's a little bit, I wouldn't say cold, but it's not as warm as it was before. So all of a sudden I've got a sore throat, I got runny nose. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
Yep. Well, join the club, Carmen. I don't know what's happened to me. I was fine this morning. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to get an early night this evening, I think. How's life going? How's your studying going?
Everything is going just fine. What about you?
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Pretty good.
Okay then.
All right. Well, Carmen, it's just you and me at the moment. So what I've got for you is a video if you want to go ahead and watch it. It's about two guys who got married through their parents. It's animated, so go click on the link and come back and tell me when you've seen it, and we'll start talking and see if anyone else feels like coming along.
Okay then, just a minute. I'll be back.
All right.
My father came to me and said, "What do you think of this girl?" And I said, "What do I think about her? About what?" And he goes, "Well, would you like to get married and then go back?" I said, "I'll think about it. a week or two, he comes back and says, "Well, did you think about it? Give me an answer so we can go and ask her hand a proper way." I think it came from the respect I have for my dad. When he said you should do this, I couldn't say no. My family, my mom and my dad went to her house, and we married.
So I had no idea. So my mom tells me, it's a tradition that the girl that is to have come for their hand brings in the tea. So she said, "Go bring tea. We have guests, and so here I come with the tea, serving tea to everybody." And then I'm sitting down there, and then the parents talk to each other about that. Young and we can go and study together and grow up together and have start a family together. And my mom said yes. I went outside and I just started crying on my brother's shoulder. And I remember he was wearing a white shirt and my mascara was covered his shirt because I realized, I guess I'm marrying this guy. For me, the first thing that went through my mind, I said, "But mom, he is so young. He doesn't even know, How does he know about raising a family? I didn't even know him." My favorite actor at that time was Charles Bronson. And Charles Bronson had this mustache. And so he had the mustache. So at least I said, "Oh, good. He looks like Charles Bronson." But the funny thing was that the day of the wedding, so here we are at the ceremony, and he comes in and he has shaved all his mustache, and he looked totally different than Charles Bronson. 2 days later, we just flew to America.
There was no time for falling in love. After 1 year, it just started to build up. I started to build up that love
It
and
was really
connection.
hard because it was really hard. We didn't know each other at all, and the first couple of years it was very hard, and then once we started to know each other, because there was a lot of respect, we were very respectful to each other. We became such good friends more than anything. Yeah, we became
The
each
friendship
other's
started to
best
grow.
friend. Yeah,
Started
and
to
then
grow.
I think the love kind of
Came with it.
came.
The friendship was so strong, and the love was strong, and it kept us going. Even in hard times and in tough times, that's what kept us going. We like to do things together. We would go for walks.
We have fun together, actually. Yeah.
We have a little dog now. All our kids are grown up. They're moved off. They're doing
Yes.
their things. So what we do is every Sunday morning we go for a coffee and walk at sea near the beach. And, yeah, we do things and stuff like that. So it's good. It's good. I wouldn't.
Well, you always are trying to find the best person that matches you. For a long time I was, mad at my mom that, she didn't let me make my choice or whatever. But who knows? I probably wouldn't have made a good choice like this because I think the parents knew us better and what kind of a match could be for each other. Probably I never know if I could have find a better match than him for myself.
You're done, Carmen. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll just say quickly hi to Ter, and then Ter, good morning.
Hi, Amy. Yes, it is morning. It is 10 now. You hear me, Amy? Because my connection it is so slow. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly, Ter. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What about you, Amy? Are you okay?
I am. I've just been discussing with Carmen. I seem to be getting a cold this evening, but hopefully I'll wake up feeling better tomorrow. So excuse me if I have a bit of sniffing. I will try not to annoy you too much.
Okay, that's okay.
Apart from that,
But
I'm
do you
fine.
hear do you hear my sound delay in my sound? Because I think I have a problem with the connection. You hear me so well?
Yep, it sounds perfect to me, Ter.
Okay, that's okay.
All right, so Ter, what we've just done, Carmen and I have just watched a video. Can you see the link in the chat box?
Okay, let me. Yes, I see it.
All right, so go ahead,
One,
watch the video, and I'll put it in both chat boxes for you, and then come back and talk to us once you've seen it, okay?
Okay.
So we'll see you in a moment. We're going to get started on our discussion. All right, so Carmen, tell me, what did you think of the video? Did you understand everything, first of all? It wasn't too difficult, I don't think.
No, I think it was okay. It was just fine. It was not difficult to understand. Everything was a little bit clear. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So tell me, what do you think of it? What does this surprise you, this story? Have you heard a story similar to this before or not?
Well, we heard about arranged marriages, but I found that it was quite a surprise for me because it turned out very well for them. So it's just amazing to find out that sometimes arranged marriage can work out too.
Absolutely, that's exactly what I thought when I saw it. Tell me, what do you remember from the video that they said? Can you give me a real quick summary? What happened to them?
Well, I think they had just met for 2 months, and then the father came to the son and said, "Do you like the girl?" I said, "Well, I like her. I like her. Why not? She's very nice." So the father just tried to get him into marrying her. So he told him that it was a nice girl, and that he would ask the parents for her hand. So that's what they did. They went to visit the parents. She didn't know anything. It's true that she had met the boy before, but she didn't know anything about all this. Was already settled out. So the mom just told her to bring them coffee, just to meet the in-laws, and then after that her mom told her that she was about to get married with that boy. And that's it.
Absolutely. And then how did their marriage turn out?
The thing is, they went to America because they had to continue their studies there, and I think the girl was a little bit I don't know how to explain it, but the thing is, they really didn't know each other well. I mean, they didn't have any. Of course, they have met before, but it's like one day they are single, the next day you're married. You got to live with someone you don't really know. So it was quite. I think it was hard for her, but I think in the end everything just turned out very well for both.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's definitely a story with a happy ending. So they kind of, it seems to me that they kind of fell in love after they got married.
That's it.
But I mean, what do you think of the whole concept of arranged marriage? Obviously, your family, this didn't happen to you. Can you imagine? For me, it just is. I just can't imagine doing this. I'd find it incredibly difficult, I think. What do you think?
I agree with you, but on the other hand, I mean, sometimes I had to just to convince myself there are some kind of other cultures in this world, and sometimes, I mean, not everybody thinks what you think. Not everybody has the same kind of living that you have. So it's like sometimes I try to put in that position, and you got to try to understand the culture that is completely different to the one that I have in here.
For sure, absolutely. I think culture plays more of a role in our lives than we sometimes realize, I think. It's quite easy to get stuck into your own culture and just imagine that everything that you do as part of your society is normal and that's how the whole world works. And actually, it's not.
No, but if you got to keep in mind that they were brought up like that. I mean, for them, we are the awkward ones. Not, I mean, they are the right ones, and we are the awkwards because the culture is different to our culture. But they think that the culture is going to be the right one, because they don't know anything else about the other culture.
That's true. Very good point. Let's just say, I think Ter's back now. Ter, are you back?
Yes, I am here.
All right. So Carmen and me have just been discussing what the video showed. just like a quick summary and our initial impressions. Tell us, because we're both girls, tell us what you think of it.
Yes,
Is it
first,
surprising to you?
no, not surprising, but let me say something. First, there is integrate between your sound and Carmen with the video, because I hear you and I hear the video at the same time. So
So
yeah,
sorry.
but no, that's okay. But I get the idea for this. Yes, I think I'm not so far about this culture, because I'm from Middle East, from Iraq, so we have a lot of arrangement actually here, arrangement wedding, and I am one of them.
Really? Tell us, Ter. How did it work? Would you mind
Interesting.
sharing?
Not wife, it is relative of me, so I was no her and she was no me. So, but I think here, this is my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, okay? So I want to say the arrangement wedding, I mean arrangement wedding, is that right? Or arrangement marriage? Sorry, yeah. Arrangement.
Arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it is more successful than love marriage, because there is a lot of story about love marriage. It is broken before a short time. I don't know why, but almost of them. So I think arrangement, I will talk about my experience. So in the first stage, you try to the next step.
Wait.
I think
Hang on, Ter. I don't know about Carmen, but I missed the first stage.
Yeah,
Did you
me
hear that,
too.
Carmen? Okay.
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh, you cut
Okay.
off for a second. Can you start again, Ter? What was the first stage?
You don't hear me? Okay, you hear me now, Amy?
Yeah.
Okay. The first step, I think, the two couple try to know each other, to use about each other, because you are like a strange to me when I, for example, when I first talk with you, we don't have a lot of common topics to talk about, so we want to know each other. After that, we used to about each other. After that, we know what you make you feel comfortable and what make you angry, and after that, I think we have harmony. After the harmony, it is I think the third step comes the love, not in the first step. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, bless you. Okay, so so I think I'm one of them people who, but I'm happy. I admit I'm happy. Okay.
All right. It's really interesting that we've got you in this class, Ter. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Because my knowledge of this culture is very minimal. But I can see your point. So tell me, Ter, in your opinion, what is the process? Why is your marriage so successful? Maybe more so than a marriage, from your opinion, probably, that is based upon falling in love. Why do you think it's successful?
Because sometimes the love comes so fast and gone also so fast. I don't know why. But if you know your partner before you love him or you love her, I think this is be more big. I mean it is not like maybe we just admire about each other. I mean about love marriage. So come so fast, but in the same time it is go so fast. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm still, I prefer to arrange marriage. So maybe I don't know my culture, my tradition, but we have also here it is a successful also I love marriage, but not all. It is a small rate, I mean, but I like yeah, I like this kind. You know, I watching I love marriage in TV and movie. Yeah, I like it, but I don't think it is truth. Yeah.
All right. Carmen, do you have a response to Ter? What do you think about his description of love coming fast and leaving fast.
It's like I think it's like I think he wants to say something. You want to say something, Sarah?
Carmen, I don't hear you and Amy because your sound and Amy, it is breaking up to me. I maybe my connection it is not so fast enough. So I didn't get what Amy or you would want to ask me. Do you have any question to me?
No, I wanted to ask Carmen, what she thought. Does she agree with you or not?
Okay.
So let's see.
It's like I said before, when you are brought up in a certain culture, everything that goes around, you find that is fine for you because you don't know the other cultures, so you don't know anything else than that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I agree in one thing that I think in Western countries, I mean, you fall in love with someone and that love flies very soon. You know, it's like we don't really have the power to stay in a marriage when things get a little tough. You know, we just find the easy way out is just to split up, and that I agree with him that sometimes. I mean, what I don't agree is the way you do it. For instance, for me, it would be completely impossible just to be living with someone that I don't really know. I mean, first I've got to do it properly. That would be to go out with a boy and then try to fix something, to build something. But I really know him, you know. So at least there's love inside. There's something that you can build your relation from that part. Because what I'm going to do, living with someone that I've never, even if I've met him sometimes, what I'm going to do to live with someone that I don't really know. I mean, it would be a stranger to me. So for me, first you've got to fall in love, and then I agree with him that we've got to try to build it, and we've got to get together. And when things get a little bit tough, I mean, we should struggle a little bit more. I agree with him, but I've got to fall in love with someone, to marry someone. You know, that's what I think.
All right, interesting. So, so just tell me, how long have you been married?
About now almost 5 years.
Okay, and can you tell me a little bit, just in general, about your country? Does divorce happen?
Yes, of course.
And
it is a high rate here.
It's a high rate as well. Do you think it differs from the rate of non-arranged marriage divorces, or would you say it's about the same?
No, I mean, I don't think it is depend about love marriage or arranged marriage. No, I think the divorce happen on both sides, and in the same rate. Because as I told, maybe it is I love someone, but after a while, this love it is just gone. I don't know why it's just gone. What is the reason? I don't know why. So sometimes when I go to shopping, I like something when I buy it, but after a while when I use it, I feel bored. Yeah, I know, I know. Guys. Yes, I know it is a different example. I know. Yes, of course I know. But I just give example because I think sometimes we lose our desire about a partner. I don't know why. Maybe just me. So I think sometimes we lost the love so fast. But what we do after we lost the love, the life between two partners will be it is so hard. But if you get married without love, just arrange marriage, and I think the love, if he come after 3 or 4 steps, it is more strong will be, because I don't know. This is my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Believe me, because I as I told you, I'm never lived there in England or any European country, so I don't know what happened there. Yeah, just I see it in TV. So this is my opinion.
No, it's great to hear it, because me and Carmen are in the same position except from the other side, right, Carmen?
Yeah, that's it. But you don't believe everything you see on TV. That's not real life.
Yeah, I do. But it does give you an idea, I guess. It does give you an idea. Obviously, a movie is not real. But yeah, okay, just pause for a moment, guys. I want to say hello to Javier.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, this is not my level. Only listen, okay?
All right, Javier, if you want to say something, let me know, okay? If you want to speak.
You know, it's not my level.
Don't worry about it. We're having a very interesting discussion. So, Ter, what I would like to ask you is, we've all seen the video, and in this video, the parents were very instrumental in making this happen. And the reason why the man decided to get married, I think at one point he says it's because he had such respect for his father, such trust in his father's judgment that he decided to go for it. So I'm not sure if I'd have such trust in my father's judgment for a man for me. I hope my dad never watches this video. But Ter, is it normal for the parents to arrange this? Is it the parents' responsibility?
Actually, I mean, yes, we have like this story here in my country, especially in my city, because yeah, I don't know, we have a strong, how can they say? Okay, we have a strong ties for families. I mean, I don't know. For example, even now, my mother lived with me, and even my dad was lived with me before he passed away before 3 years. So we have a strong families. We don't go out. I mean, we don't. For example, maybe in your country or in the United States, the teenage when he arrived to 20 or 21, he maybe he left his family. But we here no, we don't have. We even when we get married, we stay in the same. Okay, almost we stay in the same house. So yes, we take our parents' decision and consider. Yeah, it is so important to us.
Absolutely.
But they are absolutely, they not imposed to you to what you do, because they want you to be happy. They don't want Okay, you get my point, Amy?
I just missed the last few seconds, Ter. They want you to be happy.
Yes, because your parents want you to be happy when they want to you get married. They so happy because you are be happy, but they are not impose. That you know what impose? I don't know if it is right.
Yes, impose is correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But I've got a question for you, Ter. Can I ask you something?
Yes, please.
Yeah. You said your parents are not imposing on you to get married with someone, but they are, because this is an arranged marriage. So it's like they are imposing that girl to you. What about if, for instance, if you fell in love with someone else instead of before getting married, and she's not the one?
No, it's okay if you fell in love with another one, with another girl, because I'm man. Okay. But in your case, if you fell in love with any boy, it's okay, no problem. But if you don't, for example, if you don't, that's also, it is not the problems. So they are not imposed to you anything. They just want you to be happy, because if you were happy, they are already happy. So this is what I want to say.
Yeah, but what I mean is, for instance, if you fall in love with someone else, you marry her. That is not an arranged marriage. For me, an arranged marriage is when someone tries to impose your wife, because I mean it's like you don't have any choice, so they are imposing that girl to you.
Karen, no, I don't think there is happen even in Africa. No one imposes you to get married about someone you don't like him. No, even in my country, because my country underdeveloped, no one imposes to you to do like this.
So can you explain to me what is an arranged marriage for you? Because I don't get it.
For example, any arranged marriage, in my opinion, that marriage you don't love. I mean, you don't feel in love, and you don't live together in the same partner or in the same flat or in the same room before you get married. This is I call him, it is not arranged marriage. You get my
Correct.
point, Carmen?
Yes. It's like, for instance, you are 25 years old, you are not married, so your parents want you to get married, so it's like they going to introduce you to someone just to make sure that you like her, and then they arrange the marriage. Is that what you're telling me?
No, Carmen, I said the arrangement marriage, in my opinion here, in my culture, it is that not, for example, I will not live with any woman before I married her.
No. I mean, what I mean is just, for instance, you are 25 years old and you are not married. So your parents, they want you to get married, and they introduce you to a girl just to meet each other and then arrange the marriage. Is that the way it goes?
No, the way here, for example, if you not get married, and as your example, if you were in 25 years, your father or your mother suggestion to you, many girls, for example, she said, we have a girls in my neighbor, my neighbor girls, it is so good like this, and if you know anyone, it is okay, just a suggestion to you, they not imposed to you.
Ah, okay. You are the one who's going to choose between them.
Yes, of course.
Ah, okay. I get it.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. No problem.
What?
I think that's
Okay, yeah.
no. You're having a great discussion, guys. I just wanted to clarify. So I think for me and Carmen, it's because we don't understand exactly how it works. What I also imagined was that, I suppose on some occasion your father says to you, this is who you're going to marry, now go and marry them. But actually what happens is they say, oh, Carmen, this is a nice guy, and David from this family, what do you think of him? And then if you don't like him, they won't say, oh, you have to get married. They'll say, okay, we'll find you somebody else.
Okay.
However, I guess the main difference between this happening with your parents, because this could happen in our culture too, right, Carmen? I mean, there's definitely been times when my mum's like, oh, he's a nice boy, and I'm like, oh, no. But what happens is that you don't really date them as such. You sort of just get married, and then it happens afterwards. Is that right, Tara?
Carmen, I missed the last part of your question or your comment.
No,
I
it was Amy. It was Amy. I didn't say anything. It's like you don't date the girl before you marry her. You don't date her.
So let me ask you guys, because you are the two girl here, I mean two women. You what you like, because you hear my opinion, so I want to hear your opinions about this. You, for example, do you like to arrange marriage like like my case, or you don't like it? Because I know, I understand you have a different culture, a different about everything, different about my country. Yes, I understand. But
well,
do you agree with this? The first love, first gone like Gone with the Wind, the movie. You remember? Yes, you remember this movie.
That has a very sad ending, Tara. She never gets together with what's his name? Rhett. Right? The guy that she falls in love with, she's always horrible to him, and then finally they don't get together anyway, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But Tara, I think Carmen sort of slightly already responded to this, so let me say something. I've learned a lot from this lesson. I think I misunderstood what arranged marriage was, and possibly this is the same for lots of us, right? So I can see now how it works a bit more, I guess. The thing that would be weird for me, I think, is that you have to marry them before you know them, sort of. Or it seems like that. And for me, I would feel, I don't know, strange about that, I suppose. However, there's more in common with our cultures than I realised, because I think that even though we supposedly choose our own partners, our parents are still interested. Our parents maybe even still influence us. on our choice. I don't know whether you agree with me, Carmen.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting. You know, I mean, my father, when he got married of my mother, he didn't see her, even the first and the day of wedding. You know that? Yes, it is happened. Yeah, yes, believe me, it has happened here in my country before, but not now. That's in this day. No, yeah. So it's okay, and they live together about 50 years, and we yeah. Okay.
Sai, the only thing that is different is that what we do here is we date that boy before. But on the other hand, it's like Amy said, our parents are always, just giving us some advice with that girl, that boy is suits you better or whatever. He's nice. It's like trying to influence us too. But the only difference is that before marriage, we date that person. We know them. You know, that's the only difference I can see. Because here, for instance, I live in Spain, and I can tell you about arranged marriages too from a long time ago. For instance, imagine a widower with 3 kids, right? So in the villages, in a small village, what is a widower going to do? How is going to raise the family? Because the wife is dead. So what they used to do a long time ago in the villages, mostly in the small villages, they would arrange marriage with a single lady, or with a widow lady, just to get together and raise the family together. And of course, I think there was no love between them. They knew each other because they live in the same village, but it's just they have arranged the marriage just to raise the family, and that
Yes.
used to happen a lot in Spain a long time ago.
Yes, I understand, Carmen. We have a sort of this. For example, here we have, before you get married, we have a period of, we call engagement. Is that right, Amy? Engagement?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a period before you got married. We have a period about 6 months or maybe 7 months engagement. In this period, you and your partner, you know each other. And if you not understand in this period, you could, how could I say?
Break
You
it
could,
off. Break
okay.
off.
What, can you write it? I don't hear you. I mean, disengagement.
Yeah, sure.
Disengagement.
Break off the engagement. Yeah.
Break off or break. Yeah, okay. So yes, we have like this, but in other different, because we should be engagement, and you should. Yes, this is a period before the marriage. So if you don't like your partner, you could break off or disengagement in this period. Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
we are. No, sometimes we are the human.
You're human. Of course you're human, Ter. I don't think that was under scrutiny.
Okay.
Ter, so just a small English note. We say to get to know each other, okay? When you don't know each other and then you meet, then we get to know each other.
Okay.
That's the process, okay, by which you learn about somebody else and what they're like.
Oh, okay. I see it. You're using another. Okay, I use another chat box. Sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. I tend to like using the Verbling one more because it's available through everything. So you can see it on the other windows from the class. That's the only reason. So the students who are viewing this can also see it.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes we use the Google one as well if it's not working. So just leading on from what we're talking about, guys, we've talked about the beginning of a marriage. So it seems to me that there's 2 kind of main differences. The way it starts off is different, slightly. But what about the continuation? Like, a marriage is something that's supposed to last for a long time, right? Ideally. It's meant to last for your whole life. Do you think that the type of love that comes about between the people who are involved in the marriage is different? Because for me, it seems like romantic love is what starts off the Western marriage, and maybe it doesn't last forever. I think possibly, and I'm not married, Carmen, you are, so you can give me much more insight. But I think that this love will have to change or develop for it to be successful in the long run. And it seems like arranged marriages don't start off with romantic love. Maybe they go straight to stage 2. I'm just wondering what you guys think. Carmen, tell us. What do you think?
What I think is what we have here before is infatuation. I mean, you meet someone and you like him because you find he's good looking or whatever. Then you date him, and if you marry here at the end, everything is like a new experience. And then you start, and you find that even though I'm talking about you have not lived with that boy before. It means like you get married even though you've been dating him for a long time, and I think of course love doesn't last forever. I mean, I agree. The love, what you find first is infatuation, and then it comes a period when you just have starting second thoughts. Is this real love? Is that real love? But if you just take that in mind, everything is going to be the same. For instance, if you get out of the marriage and you find someone else, you're going to find the same steps. You're going to find infatuation first, and then you're going to have second thoughts too. So in the end, everything is the same. Mm-hmm. So what you got to do, what I think is the best thing to do for me, is just to try to look your marriage as someone who's going with you, who's sharing your life with you. And of course, sometimes love is not the first thing. You've got to be respectful to each other, and then you find things that makes you go steps further, you know. But it's not. Love is not going to last forever. I'm sure of that. It's another kind of love. It's different love. But I mean, you still love that person, not in the same way that you used to love him before, but it's still love. Different love, I'd say.
Yeah. And do you think it's continually changing, Carmen, or does it reach a sort of plateau, from your experience?
First, as I said, it's infatuation, then it comes love, and then when you have children, that sort of and things, and you struggle together to make a living, that is going to get. You're going to get closer to your husband, to your partner, and then you're going to find another kind of relationship that is based on love, but it's not love. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it's like you want to spend all your life with him, but of course it's not the love that you had when you met him first.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. And I suppose it's that kind of secondary part, Carmen, that makes arranged marriages work. This is just my total impression just from what we've been talking about. But Ter, can you respond? What do you think about what Carmen's just said? Did you hear her?
Unfortunately, Amy, my connection not helped me a lot. I don't know. I don't hear you and Carmen and so clearly. But I want to say something before a while. I read something about, and I think in Catholic Church they say there is, I don't sure, Catholic or Protestant, they say there's a wedding, I mean marriage without divorce. I don't sure about this. So when you choose your partner, you should live with them even one of both die without divorce. So I think you should choose your partner not just about love, because I don't know what does mean love. Could you tell me? Just when you feel comfortable with someone, does that mean love, or what exactly?
Not really. No.
It is not really. Okay. Could you tell me, because I don't know. Really, I don't know. What does mean, Carmen? Could you give me a definition and a clear definition to love? Because I don't find any definition to this word. What does mean love? Sorry, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I don't think you need a definition. I mean, when you find yourself living with someone, you find life easy, you're happy with him, you don't have to question yourself if that's love or it's not love. You're just happy with him. So whatever it is, you call it love, you call it whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's like you have found your partner forever because you want to live with him.
So
I don't question myself. It is love. Is that not love? No. I'm happy with him. I have a family with him, and that's what really counts for me. That really, if this is love or it's not love. Because in the
Uh-huh.
end, what is love? Nobody knows what love is.
So
I don't know what love is.
no, let me understand, Carmen. So you said if you live with someone and you couldn't leave him, that's mean love. So is that right, or I'm not
When I'm,
understand you?
if yes, if I'm happy with him and I feel fulfilled because he's my
Yeah.
partner and we got and we do
Yes.
things together and we share the same things, we share the struggles and all things in the family. For me, that is love because I don't want to leave him. If I don't want to leave him, it is because I love him.
Okay. So I understand. So for example, I love myself, so I feel with love with myself, maybe, or I love my computer. I because I didn't, or
No, no,
I
no,
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 okay, I can't
no,
because
no.
I can't leave him. Okay, okay. No, I was joking. Yeah, but I want to say, no, when you get married, that is not just the marriage, not depend about love, but depend
Yeah, when you
about
marry,
another.
yes,
It
the
is one
first step,
reason.
I think it is because when you marry someone, it's because you love him, and that love is going to change after with the years. But the first step, you love him. If not, if I didn't love him, I wouldn't have married him.
Yeah, but you know, Carmen, even Plato, he not give a definition to love. No one give definition to love because there is no one can. So when I ask you, could you describe the love? You couldn't because there is no clear idea about love
I
because the love
agree.
come fast and go fast. So there's not
Mhm.
a clear idea about love, but
I
there's
agree.
another.
Yeah, go
Okay, go
ahead,
ahead.
please. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I forget what I. Okay, so there is another thing. It is more reliable in a marriage life more than love. I think, in my opinion, because the love you couldn't depend about love to continue your marriage. Do you could
Uh,
or purity? I
Tara,
don't
we
mean I
missed it.
don't mean you, but
Wait, wait,
it is
wait,
just
Tara. Tara, we just missed a portion of what you said there. Can you just repeat it again? You said there's something that's more reliable for keeping a
yes,
marriage together than love, and
yeah,
then you cut off. So we
yes.
missed it. What was it?
Yes, yes. There's a respect. The respect it is more reliable to depend.
Okay.
So, for example, you couldn't live just with love and the morning love, midnight love, and the night love. No, this is not life. I think this is a, I don't know, like a lie, life, not real life, because we live. We have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of problems. We have a lot of challenge. We have a lot of things we have to face it. Not just we live about love. So the marriage, in my opinion, not depend about just love. No, yes, I know it is the love. It is so important to other nation. Yeah, it's okay, and me, it is so important. So, but not everything. I mean, it is we can't just depend or on a successful marriage about love. No, this is not fair, in my opinion, of course.
but what I mean is that something that thing is the same for you and me. It's the same thing. It's just that the steps are all the way around. Meaning that first, when you marry, is the respect and then the love. And when I marry, first is the love and then the respect. But in the end, it's the same thing. It's only that we've got the steps turned out a little bit. You got steps two first, and then step one, and then I got the other way around. But in the end, it's the same thing.
But what if you lost the first step in the beginning? What do you do?
No,
Because
because no, what
if
what
you
I mean is, what no, for me the first step is love. Love, infatuation.
yes,
You can call it whatever.
yes,
For me, that's the first step because if I didn't love someone and I didn't have this feel of infatuation about someone, I wouldn't marry him, right? And then I agree with you. Then after that, love changes and comes the respect and comes the ordinary life, the life together, the share of things. But for me, first is love because that's why I choose. I have chosen him instead of somebody else.
so
Okay, so
no.
You make a good
Carmen.
point, Carmen.
No, sorry. You hear me, guys? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said I don't hear you so well, but I think you said the love it is important reason to get married. Is that right? And I
Yeah.
respect it.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but if you lose this lost or lose this love after 1 week, what you do? So
Because
you will get
no. I mean, you cannot lose that love in 1 week. What I said is first you're in love, and that during the years, that relation is going to change. The love is going to change, and then comes the respect and comes the general life. But first, there's got to be something that makes him special to me. Because if that's not the way, if not that's the case, I could marry anybody else.
Carmen, I will
He
say
has,
something.
he has to give you something different to me to marry him.
Okay, yesterday I was talking with a friend from Brazil and I asked him one question. I asked him, is there any kind, he was married also. So I asked him, what is more important love to you, your wife or your parents? He said, no, my wife. And I said, why? Is there a different feeling between love? Is there a different if I love my mother and my father? It is a different when I love my
Wife.
my girl, no, my wife, yes, but no, if you in your case my girlfriend or in your boyfriend, is there a different feeling about love? And why he answer me the second love, I mean the second love, because he answer me he love his wife more than his parents. Why he is more important to him? What do you think? Why it is there is a difference between love and another love? So I want to ask you this question. Why do you think if the love it is a same standard in all time and all so why we love someone but we love another one in a different way? So what is that? Is that love or what is that? I don't know.
For me, that is love, but love comes differently. I mean, I love my husband different than I love my parents, and I love my parents and my husband different than I love my children. But all of that is love, in a different way. You know, call it respect, call it whatever, but it's still love because I love them in a different way. It's not the same kind of love.
So the respect it is kind of love. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
for me. Hmm.
Yeah.
Why not?
Ted,
Yeah.
I just
Sorry,
want to
Annie.
finish, guys. I just want to finish in a minute. But one question, because Carmen mentioned something quite sort of interesting. She said that the reason she chooses her husband in the first place is because something makes him special. That feeling she has is why she chose him to be her husband and not another man.
Hmm.
So, what I want to ask you, Ted, is how do you choose your wife? What makes you choose her? Is it your parents that they say this she will be good for you? Is it a feeling you have? Is it that you think you are compatible? How did you choose your wife?
I told you she was my relative and I know her
Yeah.
when we know each other when we child, I mean.
Yeah.
So we know each other from long time. So it is not difficult to choose her and to choose me. So because we know each other from long time. So why
So
I
you're
should
good friends?
choose another one? I don't know him. So this is I know him and she know me and we agree about each other. So why? Yes, this is the way. And my parents, yes, they do not objection about this. They place this my decision. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys. What an interesting discussion we've had. I think what we've come to the conclusion is that there's not much difference between arranged marriage and non-arranged marriage, right? Well, certainly not as much as I thought when we started this class, and it was a pleasure having you, Ted, to enlighten us a bit. Thank you.
Okay,
It was very
thank you.
interesting to have
Yeah.
there in class because it's another point of view. It's very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
All right, guys.
thanks.
Well,
Yeah, I'm so sorry
Anything?
because my connection not good because I didn't get you in right way. So sorry.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
no apologies necessary. Thank you both of you for sharing your opinions. Don't forget to check out the chat box because while you've been speaking, I've been making some notes, okay? So have a scan of that before you leave and note down anything that could be useful. Thanks both for a great discussion. I hope to see you soon and have a great day.
Thank you. Have a
Okay,
nice
bye.
day, all. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.